What's up, you wild tigers? KB here, back in my garage. And today I wanted to talk about what I meant by black and white and how my greatest talent is two things. One is I can create something that I see almost identical, given the right tools, the right direction, and the right time. And then my other one is I can see things from both sides, and I don't really have sides at all. So for instance, my religion, I don't have one religion. I was raised Jewish and I love the Jewish traditions, but I don't consider myself religiously Jewish at all. Like I could say I don't care, but that's not true. I care a little bit about at least the holidays and certain holidays. But I also consider myself a Zen Buddhist or Buddhist. I'm also, like, I love Christmas time, but that's it. Like, I don't care for any other stuff. So, and it's this whole thing about Judeo-Christian, I think it's Christian, where it's about, like, the both of them similarities and combinations. Most religions have similarities and same stories. And so, instead of hating on all of them and being like, religion is stupid, they have valuable lessons in the Bible and Torah and the Quran. There's lessons to learn and to understand and be moral and have values and be a good person. So I take that from all that, and I be a great person, and I understand all just so I can understand people and not have hate and violence. Now, what I really follow too which is this, it's the Yin and Yang symbol. That's why I like Buddhism and stuff, because it's about how in life we really are our own gods. For instance, we take responsibility for our own actions, our own life. So that's one. Politically, people always have sides, and I don't have a side. I'm not Republican, Democratic, or anything. I mean, maybe you can consider myself, because of what has happened with Donald Trump, I'm Republican, but I mean, I guess I'm probably conservative. I'm a right person, but I don't know. I do know, but I'm on the side of both, or whatever to me I think is right. Now I lean more to the right because it seems to be, in a sense, more logical, more true. I don't like to choose sides because of how I feel about it, and I have, but I choose sides about what is like true, what's logical, what makes sense, what can we do to be better, and instead of arguing about emotions, like I don't like this because of that, I don't believe it. It's like, well, what is true? So I think that's where I fight, and I've been fighting my whole life. Is what is really true? Because I've been a gullible person. I don't consider myself gullible. I may act gullible to get the information out and be like, wow, you really believe this, and let's keep digging. But that's one of them. And what else? Certain things or beliefs, for instance, I may once believed, and then now I don't. And it conflicts with who I am, because it's like, oh my God, this whole time I believe this. It's actually why I had a huge explosion this last couple of months. Yeah, in August, I lost myself. I was like, oh my God, is this really who I am? Is this what's happening? I was so confused. I was broken. I thought I was wrong. I thought I was doing the wrong things. I thought I was wrong. I didn't think of myself as the right. I literally thought I failed, and I'm just a horrible person. No, that's not it at all. The actions I took at some point were wrong, but throughout the end of the day, I'm not wrong. For instance, the things I do believe, it just didn't in line with someone else's values and morals, which is fine. But it also didn't align with what I was when I was younger. So that's the thing. When you grow and when we expand, at least when I grow, I still sometimes have values from when I was younger, and it may not serve me, but it's still in there, so it conflicts with me. And then when I go through emotional stress, it comes back out. So that's why that happens. Now, disclaimer, or anybody watching this that doesn't feel like I've abandoned you, or that you're no longer part of my life. I'm not mad or angry at anyone. I just had to take time off and time to go. Now, will we talk again? Will things happen? It's up to you. I'm ready. I forgave, and honestly, I don't really care. I'm again moving towards greatness and fun and friendship and love. So, if I can change, then we can all change. That's it. So back to me about the whole black and white. I don't see things black and white. I used to a lot. I see things in gray, and it's a complete contradiction to some of my beliefs. I believe one thing, and it goes against another thing, and I believe back and forth, and it's weird. It's weird, but I did that my whole life, and now I understand it's why I am. It can cause problems. There are problems to it. It could cause inconsistency. People might think I'm fake, or people might think I don't. I'm a huge contradiction, which is fine. I honestly don't care. I don't. I contradict him every day, and I'm glad, as long as it doesn't affect my, let's say, happiness, and it doesn't hurt other people. And that's probably another topic about maturity and masculine energy and being a man. And the last 2 years, I've grown as a man in masculine energy, and I tried to be the most mature person ever. There was a time where things started slipping and I failed, but that's another story. But does it have to do with my values and black and white thinking? Maybe parts of it, but to the end extent, it wasn't that. It was me just not being responsible. As another topic, could talk about being responsible and being a man, discipline, and having self-discipline. So, but I see the world this way, and I blend it together, and I go, well, this makes sense. So, it can't be both. Both can't be right, or maybe they are. And then it's when people go, no, it can't be. And I go, maybe. I always ask questions, and I like to argue and debate and talk, because it's fun. Because I like talking, I like making ideas, but I'm never trying to win. Because, again, there's no right or left, and maybe there is. Maybe there's a point where it's like, no, there's gravity, or the Earth's round, or this. And they go, well, no. And I go, yeah, it is. And if they don't see it, I'll try to explain it. If not, it's over. I don't try to debate a lot of people, because what's that quote? If you debate with a stupid person, they'll bring you down to your level and then beat you. Yeah, I'm fine. I just like to be curious and ask questions and get people to think. And then I like to tell these people, well, you might be wrong. Maybe I'm always wrong, and sometimes I'm right. But yeah, it's my experiment. When people ask, what are you gonna do for the rest of your life? I go, well, what do you want to be? So I want to be awesome. I want to be happy. I want to be an experimenter, scientist, explorer, a gamer, a traveler. I'm so many things, and you can't label me. I'm gray. So that's really how that goes. I'm not a certain form. It's hard sometimes to make people understand that, but it's okay. Like I said, as a young man growing up into this world, you learn things. Things come away. You believe one thing, and then you get destroyed. And Yoda says, unlearn you must what you have learned. It's hard to unlearn things and relearn it, or just tell yourself you're wrong. Like, I'm wrong. Like, everything I believe, I could be horribly wrong. But yeah. And this whole contradiction of myself is what makes me, I guess you could say, very understanding. I understand every level of people. Whether you're working hard as a manager, I understand we have to get shit done, and you gotta do it right. Whether they have like their own lives and things to do, and they don't understand responsibility stuff. So we can't hate. I really have a pet peeve when people start attacking people for certain things. I go, you don't understand them. You don't understand their motives or who they are. Even the person who goes, I don't care about anything, but I have to come here to get money. They've gotten the responsibility to come here even though they hate it. There's levels of people that need to be understood. You can't go all the bad or all the good. There's a middle ground. There's more to them. And I don't fully understand this. In the last 2 years, I've grown from being a turtle man to shy, talking to no one, to being this person everybody seems to love. It's hard to be like, damn, people care, people understand, people want me to answer questions. I go, I'm not ready for this. What? I I don't even know some of the answers, like, to myself. I just figured them out. I I just like, I don't know nothing. I've only recently been in the most intense and passionate and longest relationship I've ever had. Only recently have I been in jobs and made money, and people have come to me and go, "KB, you're the best." And I go, "What?" People, I never had attention like that before. Only recently have I done things and I go, "Wow, I did this." But it started with me going, "What if I'm wrong? What if what my view of the world was wrong?" But there's this one quote that I will never, ever forget. It goes, if you're only surrounded by people that agree with you, then you're in a cult. I don't want people all day, every day around me saying, this is right, this is right, this is right. Now, when it comes to, like, doing great things and achieving life, when I hear people go, hey, let's go and kill life, like, life's awesome, they go, no, it's not. I go, okay. Can we, like, are you gonna do something today? And they go, life sucks, why would I do anything? And he goes, okay, you keep on believing that, and you're gonna go down a bad path. So there's another thing we can talk about. It's about tools. When I'll talk about that later, but people think like I naturally a morning person, naturally this, naturally that. I go, no, I built that, and because of that, I have a better life. There's tools to life. You know, sometimes there's strategies to win games. There's strategies to life too, and if you don't learn them, you're gonna struggle. So I've gone through so much mind shifts and different thinkings and reading books and understanding things and go, I never thought about it this way. Life is all about perspective. So I'm really proud of myself to say that I'm a man who does not believe one thing entirely. I believe in what is most true at the moment, and it could change. And even my beliefs in relationships, health, wealth, happiness can change. I used to think games made me really happy. Then I said, no, it doesn't. It's an addiction. Now I'm back full circle. And I say, no, gaming I love it. I'm passionate about it. I don't play it. I get sad. I mean, I don't need it, but, like, I don't need it, but I do it because I love it. I'm passionate about it. I'm intrigued by it. It's amazing. I could play 1 hour a day, and I'm like, wow, this is the most fun I've ever had. It takes me to another world. It's who I am. My imagination runs wild in the gaming world, in books and movies. But yeah, I'm a huge proponent of life is gray, not black and white. That's why if we in Star Wars, I'm liking the way it's going because it's just the Jedi have to end, and then this whole inner like gray. I love it. I consider myself a gray man. A man in the middle, Gray Jedi or whatever you want to call it. A person who doesn't work for Jedi Code and doesn't Sith. He uses both for good. I see that as myself. Yeah. And I always try to be honest with people. It's hard because, again, old beliefs will come in and it contradicts my new beliefs, and it's just not ever going to fight. Me becoming something I want to be and something I used to be will fight me. It's a war. Now, in the last couple months, I've won this war in a sense. There's still, be times when it'll come back up, but I see my life is clear now. As I go through this gray path, everything makes sense. And when people start arguing, fighting, I go, what about this, what about that? And I go, and this is what stand you take. I take the one that's the most true and the most right. And I have to research and find it out. So I have no answers unless I've researched it and find it out. The only answers I have are from my experience of what I have. Doesn't mean it's right, and doesn't mean it's your right path. But yeah, so I could go on about this whole black and white, gray, me contradicting myself, blah, blah, blah stuff. But the whole basic gist of this is I see things from two perspectives. Sometimes they conflict my own beliefs, and I fight it, and I experiment, and I learn, and I go, okay, this is right. It might take me a year, it might take me months. So I might see something one day, and then 5 weeks later, something different. I'm just trying to ground and find the truth. So that way, one day, I can say, this is right, and this is this. And maybe I never have answers, but I'll have guiding answers. I'll have paths to guide people towards the right way. So yeah, I'll see you guys later, and as always, stay awesome.